What's on the breeze, American cheese? On here once again with a piping hot episode of Exile 2 Wicked Phenomenon. Last time we learned that the Clispins are up to their old bullshit, sacking and pillaging, and so in hopes of maybe finding a cause to the chaos around the world, Sadler has journeyed to Eileen once again, and we are about to meet with the Clispin commander. Let's get down to it. Still digging that background music. Or vocals, I should say. You're Sadler, aren't you? That's right. What do you want? I have heard you are trying to find the source of this evil. I too am seeking to find the source. What? Some of the troops have been overtaken by a force controlling their minds that makes them incredibly murderous. Well, we did see that one crusader back in the last town that was saying something very strange. The source of this power must be destroyed. Yes, but where is it located? That's easy. We know the power is located somewhere within the Tower of Lost Souls. But none of my men have returned from it. So you're asking me to go? Yes! Sadler, if you fail, it may be the end of both our worlds. Well, if you put it like that, how can I say no? The tower is north of Baghdad. Wow, looks like we've got some backtracking to do. Baghdad was way back at the beginning of the game. Huh? What's that? Sadler, big trouble at 12 o'clock.
This is where your quest ends, poopy boy!
You and your cowardly friends know too much. Who do you think you are?
I am the left hand of doom!
And I am the right hand of destruction.
Like dorks.
Reality is the strength of their evil.
You will be the sacrifice that begins the glorious reign of Dotar!
In your dreams.
Oh, Sadler, so cool and collected. Also, did we just get called Poopy Boy? Well, the right hand of doom, or the left hand of doom, or whichever one it is not so good with the insults, apparently. And the right hand of destruction is Australian for God knows what reason. A lot to digest there. But the important thing is, boss fight out of nowhere. Let's go for it. Let's see. Okay, we've got a rainstorm type attack here. We're doing good damage, though. We certainly must be appropriately leveled for this. Now, we're not seeing the Doom monster in the same arena here, so seems pretty clear we're going to have to take them on one at a time. This is probably going to be a back-to-back battle. Fortunately, I've got a goodly supply of cactus should I need it. Well, down goes destruction, and we gained a level, which will help against Doom here. Now, what's your attack pattern going to be besides hopping around? Okay, we've got a Blanca Ball. It's going to be, yep, the Blanca Ball again. Whoa. A little bit of jump in the animation there, got me hit. Okay, when he turns around, oh, we got a Fire Breath. When he turns around, that can make his hitbox change in a weird way. Good to know. Probably jinxing myself here, but thus far this has been a surprisingly easy boss fight, especially for a two-stage one. Done and literally dusted. After defeating the Twin Terrors at Eileen, Sadler turned his attention to the Tower of Lost Souls north of Baghdad. The party rejoiced that they were nearing the end of their quest, Fortunately, they were blissfully ignorant of the scope of the battle that lay ahead. Oh, are we approaching endgame? I was not expecting that so soon. Alright, back to Baghdad. Oh, and look at our health bar. It's just short of the maximum, which means we're at level 15. Just one more to go. Alas, it's the end of the world. Great Ali, are you really Sadler? That's my name. Sadler, you've returned. Please stop the madness. Alas, it's the end of... Oh yeah, I already talked to you. I can't talk to you because you're an empty, destroyed house. Though Gremil is gone, an evil air persists. Great Fala, please protect Sadler as he fights for our land. Oh, thank you for the benediction there. I believe in you. Stop this madness, please! I think we're all full up on peyote. Yep. What about weapons? Yeah, it looks like they've got some... Wait, is this new stuff? No, this all looks pretty familiar. Let me see what weapon Sadler has. Yeah, he's got the Nimmer sword. There was anything else here? No, and I think I've got the Atelier shield too. Whoops. Yep. No more upgrades here. That's alright, we were good. We were doing good damage in that boss fight just now. If you enter the tower, you'll go insane. The Tower of Lost Souls has been making noises. Any wailing or the like? That would be appropriate for Lost Souls. Long time no see. Yeah, it has been quite a while since I was out this way. Thank you, Sadler. Thank you, Poopy Boy. What is this Poopy Boy thing? Is there some kind of working designs in-joke here, or what? Since you killed Gremil, the land has ceased shuddering. But a bunch of bad shit is still going on, and that's what brings us back to town. Fala will save us. We are fairly safe, but outlying villages are still going mad. We have heard that you earned the nickname Poopy Boy at Elin. Ha ha ha! I don't think I earned that per se. The Tower of Lost Souls? Someone else asked me that yesterday, too. My child has run off again to play. This town is cursed. Please tell me why. Well, everyone's kind of going nuts, and the guy from Elines thinks it's the Tower of Lost Souls. That ought to bring you up to date. The Tower of Lost Souls is a very dangerous place. I'm wondering if this is that infamous final dungeon. If we're already that far, this could be a very short episode, but we'll see. Did you go to Elien? I'm amazed you returned in one piece. Well, the commander of the Clispins was actually a pretty decent guy. There have been lights in the sky over the tower. I think that's just about everyone to talk to. If we head out to the north, that's going to be our next destination, the Tower of Lost Souls. Be a good idea to save. Let's get moving. We need to make the tower gate before the noon sun.
You are the...
Yes, and you are the warrior born out of my mind. Yet you disobey my commands.
What are you talking about?
I think you know, but let's review. I am the sum total of mankind's hatred. I created you to destroy Sadler so that the evil fueling my existence can once again reign supreme.
This can't be. I will not believe these lies you call truth.
The truth hurts, doesn't it? But in your black heart, it rings true.
Inner Sanctum. Oh, we're Lawrence. Okay. And I don't expect I can change identities. No, I cannot. Well, Lawrence apparently is being thrown into a boss fight with the icky fungus that is apparently the embodiment of mankind's hatred, and who apparently created Lawrence. So he's like some kind of hatred golem? Seems like a nice guy for that. Oh, hello, fungus. Oh, we are not doing much damage. But are we safe if we just stand right here? Okay, yellow eyes take warning. Still, with the kind of damage we're doing, this is going to be a slog at best. Every time we approach, it seems like we get whacked by those tentacles, and I was not watching the eyes there. Carelessness. It'll be the death of me, probably literally. Remember, watch the eyes, son. Watch the eyes. We're pulling ahead in the damage race. That's a positive. Zappity zappity. Take damage walking through again. Well, this is a bit tedious, but it seems fairly effective. Won't be if I keep taking that quantity of damage, though. There doesn't seem to be any really good way to avoid taking that hit from the tentacle on the way in and out. Whoop, that was careless. Well, Lawrence, if you should stop the embodiment of mankind's hatred here, I think that's made things quite a bit easier for the rest of the team. Can we tonic? We can. Zappity zappity, get myself hit carelessly. Gotta remember that if the eyes stay yellow, he can immediately launch his eyeball lasers again. Don't want to use up all my cactus here. Well, I got him down to 0 and it didn't do anything, but... Oh! I'm still in the game. It looks like perhaps that was an unwinnable boss fight. Feel a little silly for using up my peyote now, but hey, as I've mentioned before, I don't actually remember a whole lot of this game. Now, is this that final dungeon? I'm not recognizing it, so I think it might actually not be. So I think we're going to have a little bit left to do. Anything down here below that stairway? No, that would be a real good place to hide a treasure, but no such luck. It is my sincere hope this will not turn out to be a door maze, but we shall see. A little hit and run action works pretty well on the ladies of pink there. When does our next level happen? 19 grand. I don't know if we're going to get that organically, but we can always grind it if need be. I certainly got used to grinding in the release version. Oh, the Crully incident. I don't even know if incident quite covers it. The Crully saga, more like. Oh, hello, dragon. Plain old Western-style dragon wasn't something I was expecting to see in this game. Yeah, pretty sure this is not the final dungeon. It does not match my memory of it. Though I do not remember much of this game, the last dungeon is an exception, because, as previously mentioned, holy fuck is it difficult. Hopefully a little less so than the release version, because, I mean, it almost has to be. It could hardly be more difficult than the release version. And slaying the dragons without taking hits seems to be kind of a hopeless case. Let's pop some drugs just to be on the safe side. This looks suspiciously boss arena-like. Whoa, the hell is that? Oh, okay. It's a door. The Great Arc. Oh, is this it? I think this might be it. Great Arc sounds a little too familiar. Oh, ground laser. Pretty heavy artillery for a minor enemy. Oh yeah, I do believe this is it. I remember being out among the skies. What are you gonna do? Oh, I was expecting some kind of big laser there. And do you have an upside down emoji on your shield there, friend? Or your pauldron, or whatever that is? Well, these are tiresome to fight, but not difficult at least. I'm honestly not entirely positive if this is the final dungeon or not. I remember the whole sky thing, but this still looks a little different than it does in my memory. There we go. A Parmella knife and a Parmella amulet. That'll be good stuff for Remy. Not that I expect Remy to be terribly useful. She does not tend to be. Oh shit. Let's see if I can get a good combo here. Yes! Beautiful. Oh, full heal. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, this is being surprisingly chill, so I may be wrong about it being the last stage. I thought Great Arc was it, but the enemies here, they seem a little too basic. I remember them being really hard to deal with in the release version. I mean, not even just in terms of the damage they could give and take, but just hitting them without getting ruined. I bloody well hope I'm going in the right direction here. Okay, we just have to run across these without getting forced into the electric whatnot there. Seems fairly basic. JRPGs, well I suppose this is a JARPG, they really like their high-tech random shit in the middle of a fantasy game. Especially in flying arcs or spaceships or whatever that are partially built out of wood, it appears. Was that the treasure we already had? Can't remember if that was in a previous room or not. Well, I'm not entirely sure how to access it, but I'll try and keep it in mind in case I'm headed downward some more. I really, really wish more than usual that I wasn't scrolling so close to the edge of the screen because of the enemy's projectiles and things like that. I think over this way will take me to that treasure chest. I don't know if there's anything good in it, but I want to find out. Oh shit. Well, wherever this area stands with respect to the endgame, it's certainly large. Okay, I can pretty easily get 3 hits in there before the electricity comes out. That is good to know. It looks like those guys won't use their ground flame when you're close to them. Also good to know. And they swing early. Little by little, our children is learning. Oh, they will use their ground flame at close range. Parmella's staff and Parmella robe. I'm guessing Parmella's stuff is the ultimate equipment. Okay, I can safely walk over the sensor, just as long as I don't get touched by the lightning. I've kind of lost track of where I am, so I'm hoping this more or less linear path will get me where I need to go. Because it's not completely linear. This does look like a... Is this a new room? I'm not even sure. Wow, the hitbox on those guys is incredibly generous. I can hit them from quite a distance away, which is good to know. Of course, I didn't give myself the opportunity there by rushing ahead too quickly, and doing it again. Okay, hitbox on the electric terminals is not too crazy. Also good to know. As long as I don't directly touch them, it looks like I won't take a hit. Did I loop somewhere? This area looks kind of familiar. Oh yeah, is this where I found the Parmella gear for Fakil? I'm not even sure. This all looks a bit samey. And little by little, my health is draining away. I think this is going to be a backtrack. Or maybe not. I'm really not sure because I gotta admit I am hella lost at this point. Now, is this the outside area I walked through before? Well, maybe not. This looks new. I say this looks new as I possibly drag myself back to the... Oh, something happening here. Shit. Yes, I did massively backtrack. Hang tight, folks. Yay, final level, I think. 65535. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be reaching that, and if it does, I don't even know if we gain another level, because I do think this might be the final one. That health restoration came at a good time, though. Well, there's really no bad time for a health restoration, is there? Ah, that's what I needed to do. Make a blind drop to the left there. Dick move, Exile 2. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, we now appear to be outside the Great Arc. What the hell is with this Great Arc anyway? There's been absolutely no story explanation for it, which you'd think for a rather unique and important area like this there would be. Ah, I've been expecting you. I am the guardian of the Master's Gate. You have tried the patience of our Master with your skill, but here is where your luck runs out. Well, looks like we've got ourselves another boss fight. Hopefully it will not be too hard, because, don't really want to use any more of my cacti at this point. I think the final dungeon still does lie ahead, and even though it's the reduced difficulty version, I'm betting it won't be a cakewalk. Oh, he's fast. Shoots a ground flame. Oh, sometimes just charges at me. Okay, boomerang cutter thing. Which doesn't actually boomerang, so that's good. Whoop. Gotta pay attention there. Went down fairly easily. We've got a flying forest island. I wasn't expecting that. It's really kind of surprising how little of this game I don't remember. Hanging Garden. This I don't think is final dungeon either. I do not recognize it. 5 peyote. Oh, wonderful. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and try for a combo. No good. That's more like it. Wow, these have a lot of HP. Oh, wait, this is... Ooh, follow-away platforms. That's awesome of you, Exile. Over a huge pit of monsters, too. My favorite kind. Gotta keep an eye on the pink one. Can whip out a sword on you with very little warning. Okay, they don't all fall. We live, we learn. Okay, I saw a green poison cloud come from one there, but I never actually saw the thing. Central Garden. Wow, I am really not remembering this stuff. The enemies just do not look familiar to me. Am I ever going to get my Parmela sword and shield? I'd appreciate those. Okay, up or down, up or down. Well, that makes up the decision for me. Okay, very linear path here. Absence of enemies. I feel a sense of foreboding. Inner Sanctum. Was that the final dungeon? Oh, there's Lawrence. And looks like up ahead is the wall fungus. Yeah, I think that was the final dungeon we just went through. It did not look like I remember it. Well, I guess that just goes to show my memory is very unreliable. As if my previous adventures hadn't already shown that. Sadler. Why are you here? A memory hidden deep in my soul led me to this place. Well, you're a pretty tough guy to get through it all, but then you are the second most useful playable character. What do you mean? The evil being in this tower was born from the wicked thoughts of man. Oppressed souls gave it a name to match its hate. Dotar! Well, that would explain the Crusader that we found in sort of a violent delirium saying, Dotar. I was created by Dotar to kill you. Well, once again, we see that Sadler is a very important guy in the Exile world. I don't believe it. You can't be a creation of evil. Unfortunately for you, what Lawrence speaks is the truth. What? You must be Dotar. Ooh, good looks and brains too. You are looking at the product of generations of anger, sadness, hate, jealousy, and despair. Then you must be the source of this age of chaos. Ha! Is that what you insignificant bugs are calling this wicked phenomenon? Title drop. Sadler, once you are no more, I will show the selfish throng of humanity what chaos is! What? Those that submit to the inescapable power of my hate live without worry. My followers do not fear anything. Sadler, obey my command and receive eternity! Yes, but a heartless life is worthless, isn't it? Your foolish resistance comes at a heavy cost, and it's time to pay! Thank you, Simon Greedwell. Cower in fear as I show you my power! Now, I don't know how much he's gonna be like the Lawrence fight that we just had, but I do remember that once I got here, it wasn't actually difficult in the release version of the game, so Dotar shouldn't be a particularly difficult boss fight. Fingers crossed. Okay, he has fish things. He didn't have that in the Lawrence fight. You still have to be careful of the tentacles. Well, the fish things do pretty decent damage, but they're quite manageable. Do still have to mind the tentacle whipping. Oh, and the eye laser. Still got the eye laser. And we've done it.
Don't revel in your victory yet. I am the embodiment of all wicked human thoughts. So you may destroy my present form, but you cannot destroy me completely. Allow me to demonstrate my true power as I reduce you to a quivering puddle of muck.
What can you do stuck to a wall?
Sadler.
Huh? What have you done to them, Dotar? Kendi, what's wrong with you? Oh, Tamura!
Fool! You have the intellect of a gnat. I can control the minds of your weak friends, commanding them to kill you with a voice they cannot refuse.
This is unreal.
Sadler, it's time to die.
You underestimate the power of friendship.
What? You're still alive? I'll finish you once and for all!
My life was created from your bottomless hate. Now, Dotar, it's time to give it all back.
No, I created you!
friend, my debt to you is paid in full.
Lawrence!
Conflict, present since the dawn of time. Deep in the mind of humanity, a struggle persists between love and selfish desire. Only by fighting the weakness inherent in selfishness can love win out. For Sadler, Rumi, Kindi, and Fakil, the battle rages on.
That was pretty stupid, wasn't it?
Well, with the traditional Working Designs outtake, that brings Exile 2 Wicked Phenomenon to a close. Wow, it is just night and day between the Working Designs release version and the unworked patch. That was so relatively easy, I didn't even recognize it as the final dungeon until all of a sudden I was at Dotar. Yeah, never mind relatively easy, that was just plain easy considering I didn't have to use very much of my peyote stash at all. I do have 2 comments from my memory of finishing the game previously. First of all, when I defeated Dotar and the cutscene started showing all the party members turning evil, I didn't realize that was already the ending, and I thought I was going to have to fight another boss fight against the evil party members, and I was shitting bricks. Because at that point, even though the Dotar fight wasn't hard itself, I was really running on fumes, probably didn't have many healing items yet, and I just didn't know if I was going to have another boss fight in me. Fortunately, there wasn't one. Also, Sadler's line, "What can you do stuck to a wall?" just cracked my shit up for some reason. It's still kind of funny, but at the time I may have been a little delirious from finally making it through the final dungeon that I was ready to laugh at just about anything. So, Exile 2, certainly a very flawed game, especially in the horribly unbalanced Working Designs release version. It's not without its charms. Visually, it's generally pretty nice, has some good cutscenes, and there's a lot of good music in it, especially the boss theme. I also found the addition of enemy life bars to be a rather nice one, especially since many of them are big sacks of HP. And although the 4 additional playable characters were not very useful, with the arguable exception of Lawrence, it was a very nice idea. However, the loss of character portraits during conversations, the edge-of-the-screen scrolling issue, and the many wacky hitboxes, I think, make it not measure up quite well to the original Exile. Having the best healing item not actually give you much HP unless you risk a mixture, that's not so great either. Nevertheless, it was interesting to refamiliarize myself with a largely forgotten game, and of course I hope you found it interesting as well. I should have my patron poll for the next big game soon, and in the meantime I will no doubt be doing a small game, so I hope to see you then. In the meantime, thank you all very much for watching, and for Kindy as himself, I am and that's game, Hendrix. Today's overdose of hatred has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J, Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Megasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnite, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jarogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, and other heroic patrons. My thanks to you all, and my thanks to all subscribers, the good folks from the comment section, and everyone watching. Feel free to kick back, hang around for a while, and take in a little omake featuring me banging my head against the unpatched final dungeon, and I'll see you next game.